Is your Sigenergy inverter going to catch fire? Well, no, of course it's not, but why is this even being discussed? Today we are talking about the Sigenergy inverter situation. So there's been a big recall of some of their products and it's very controversial. Depending on who you ask, it's either an installation error or a design flaw.
The failed plugs were not installed as per the official installation instructions.
There is a lot of problems with the AC plug. Sigenergy are putting it down to installer error.
Let's start with who are Sigenergy. They were really not that popular only a couple of years ago. Sigenergy burst into the scene, but with some very clever marketing,
Sigenergy,
and in fairness to them, extremely innovative products, they have exploded in popularity. Unfortunate pun, I know. Now, Sigenergy work with a lot of different content creators in the space that I work in. If I'm being honest, I don't know if you would have heard about this before because it's not in everybody's vested interest to give their open and honest and potentially negative opinion about Sigenergy. Holding up my hand, Sigenergy have sponsored content for me before. They have paid for the running of the channel. Sometimes I moisturize my hands, but I still think it is completely right and fair to give my completely balanced opinion to the best of my knowledge to you guys as my audience that subscribe to this channel. So we're going to do that, and hopefully it doesn't affect my business relationship with them, but if it does, well, then that is what that is. So the inverter. The inverter has one job. Its job is to transform photovoltaic energy from the sun and turn it into useful AC power, not a barbecue in your loft. Today we're installing batteries to a Sigenergy system, and we thought, well, what a fantastic opportunity to show you the product and explain things a little bit more clearly.
I find when I'm at home I don't want to do electrics. If you're doing a bit of everything, you find when you get home you don't want to do anything.
No, I don't want to do it.
So here is what actually has happened. So a number of single phase Sigenergy inverters had overheating issues at the AC connector. So the AC connector is the point where the power leaves the inverter. It's the plug. So the recall affects the 8, 10 and 12 kilowatt single phase inverters. And in some cases there's been melting, scorching and sparking around the plug area. Something that's very important to note, okay? Ignore all of the hype and the media about these products, all right? This issue did not spread into the batteries on any of the installations that I have come across when researching for this video. The internal protection system has worked exactly as it's designed and exactly as it's supposed to have. So fortunately, the situation could have been a lot worse, but some good engineering has meant that actually it's been contained just to the AC plug area. So naturally, your first reaction might be, well, that's an installation error, right? You know, loose connection, melting, sparking. And yeah, that was Sigenergy's initial position. And if I'm being honest, when I first saw the melted plugs online, I've seen it on forums, first of all, from Australia. There's the little island just off of the coast of New Zealand, if you haven't heard of it. And I thought, well, obviously that's just going to be incorrect cable sizes, or maybe a bad quality crimp connection, or maybe they've installed it out of the installation spec. It's always very difficult to tell these things from a photograph. But these installers push back, because the reality is, it isn't that simple.
We have also spoken to installers who swear black and blue they did the right thing.
This video has been sponsored by me. Yeah, I have an electrical business, and if you want an electrical install, whether that's solar, you know, hopefully your system won't catch fire, or any other electrical stuff, and you live in the Dorset area, or basically within like an hour of Poole or Wimborne, then we can come and do it for you. Funny enough, I didn't think Sigenergy would fancy sponsoring this video, so I thought, well, we've got to get some kind of ad in here. So yeah, today's video has been sponsored by me. And also, if you're an electrician and you want to help out the channel and also help out yourself, go sign up to TradeCert, all right? I get a little fat kickback when you sign up, and trust me, you won't regret it. You get 3 months free, so there's literally no risk. It is an electrician's AI-powered certification app, and it will change your life. Thanks. Now, whilst I'm sure in some cases installation error was the problem, and whilst it's also true the design of those plugs are difficult to work with in some cases,
It's fairly easy to make a mess of the AC plug.
here's the thing. I started finding that this got a bit closer to home. Installers with good reputations that I know personally started finding burnt out plugs, which were installed exactly to the manufacturer's spec, using the correct cable and to a high quality finish. In fact, one of these installers took one of these burnt out plugs and delivered it to a third party to be assessed, and guess what? Manufacturing issue. So this is where it starts to get really interesting, because this situation could have gone very differently. All right, we've got melting out plugs. This is panic stations for a brand, for an installer as well. Just let it drop. If it has to drop, it's better that it drops and breaks than you break. But Sigenergy, in my opinion, have actually handled this eventually quite well. Firstly, with the actual engineering of their product, that needs a little mention here because the issue was limited to the AC plug area. The event didn't spread into the batteries because that would have been disastrous. All of the internal fire suppression materials and the protection layers have worked exactly as it was designed. And the next thing to note is, in response to that incident, Sigenergy did act. First of all, they redesigned the connector. They've made it a bit simpler, a bit more robust to stop it happening again. As soon as they heard about the issue, they pushed out a firmware update to monitor and limit the situation. And now they have set up a program where they'll pay us installers to go and replace them. So that isn't forced. I don't believe it's regulator mandated. It's voluntary, but they are covering the installation costs and adding extra warranty. That is not a bad way of handling things, in my opinion, but there's a caveat to that, which we're going to be covering later on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Guess maybe just strap onto that. My honest thoughts are, we've got to be very careful as installers. Ultimately, we have the power of the industry, you and I. If you are an installer, then we have an immense amount of power over brands because ultimately, most customers that come to us don't know what they want installed. They want our opinion. And it might be that they have a brand in mind. Let's just say it's Tesla. I want a Tesla Powerwall. If you as their installer, who's come to them, highly recommended, good reviews on Google, all the rest of it, and say to them, look, actually, this product is a little bit better. It's got better power density. You know, it's more expandable. It has DC charging. It has this, it has that. Whatever it might be, you can sway them over to that new product. So long as installers appreciate a product, it can do well. We need to be careful as installers not to jump on the hype train against other brands, which are sometimes created by other brands taking advantage of the momentary weakness of a competitor on the back foot. We've seen firsthand the direct consequences of the fall of Give Energy. Give Energy was a British manufacturer. There was a lot of jobs that were lost when they went out of business. And I, for one, don't want to see that happening again. It makes it complicated as well for our customers who already have those systems installed. So overall, amazing product. There's a reason why they shot to popularity. They're incredibly easy to commission, nice operating system and user interface for us as installers and the customers. Again, this is not sponsored. This is honestly my opinion. They have DC to DC charging for your car. That's crazy. Vehicle to grid. There's a lot of things, not to mention the beautiful gateway. But there's one caveat. So the thing that I will be keeping an eye on is many installers have noted that they have invoiced for their replacement inverters, but are yet to see their invoices paid. Now, obviously it's still early days, but we need to watch that one closely because in my opinion, that could make or break Sig as a brand. Will I be offering Sigenergy in the future? Yeah, most likely. The issue has been contained. The safety systems worked and the fix is already being rolled out. Good news, your solar still works. Bad news, yeah, it might have briefly powered your emergency lighting system. Accidents happen, no engineering is perfect. But if they pay the installers what they're owed, then this is, in my opinion, a pretty solid response to what could have been a PR nightmare. And honestly, it's not about the mistakes you make, whether that's as a brand or as a human being. It's about how you handle your mistakes after the fact. That is what matters the most. Thank you for watching. Boop.